Hello, everybody. How's it going? How the heck are you? Cinco de Mayo. Good to see you. Bring the mayo today. Wobble Rocket. How are you? Are you wobbly today? Tasty mayo. We have to say mayo for the month of May. The month of Mai. I apologize for not being on yesterday. Sorry about that. Familial duties always come before video games. This ought to be industry standard, really. Always wobbly. I knew it. I knew it. So hey, let me catch you up on where we've been. We're playing through Ys 3, Wanderers from Ys, an awkward title, but not a bad game. It's not awful. We did do some significant grinding. Look at this twitchy fellow. Significant grinding has been had. And we're now at max level because this game decided it was going to be, well, it was going to be a little weird with these bosses. So we're just kind of stacking things in our favor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to walk out of this dungeon and get a breath of fresh air. That's how we heal up in Ys 3. And then we'll come back in and we'll face that boss that I could not beat the day previous. So if you're not familiar, we're actually playing through every Super Nintendo RPG, not Super Famicom, so specifically making the line of delineation. They're RPGs that have been released in the West officially on the Super Nintendo. So no unlicensed games, no games that came, much later or ported to different systems, that sort of thing. So I'm sorry, fans of Bahamut Lagoon and the Sailor Moon RPG and Live Alive and all the fan favorites. Maybe eventually someday we'll do a Super Famicom RPG playthrough. Maybe difficult considering some of those do not have official translations, but we'll figure that out. So when we get there, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. First things first, though, is we need to get through Ys 3. We were always terrible at this game. You know what? This is absolutely a game where it seems like you've got to do some I don't know why I'm killing these things. We're at max level. It seems like you've got to do some significant grindage in order to get really anywhere here. Do I still have... let me see. Oh, I do not have an herb, so let's go buy one. I forgot that I walked out for the herb so we can get some of our herbal heals. Because we don't want to get to the bottom. You can only carry one healing item in this game, I guess. There's another piece of medicine in here in the inventory, but I don't know why I have to jump over those rocks. You could only carry one healing thing, so only one herb, so you gotta get it back every time. It does feel very, was it this house? It does feel very NES-ish in that regard. There's not a whole lot of customization going on here. Intriguingly, some folk would say that discounts it as an RPG. I've met some people for whom significant character customization, especially when it leads to branching paths in a story, is the definition of an RPG. It's not my personal definition of RPG. I respect most, I almost said all, I respect most definitions of RPG. I've met some people where like an RPG is any game that has a sword in it, and I can't respect that opinion. Some opinions, everybody says opinions are subjective. They are, but there are such things as informed opinions and uninformed opinions. There's such thing as I'm gonna bust this out today. We're already getting into it. There are such things as evil opinions. Let's toss that out there. I don't know what you'd think about that, but I would say racist opinions are evil. That ought to be pretty easy to embrace. But yeah, there are such things as informed opinions. So not all opinions are created equal. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll save right here. And we've got a bit of a hike to get down to the boss. Sorry for the random truth bomb there in a second. We'll ease up. We didn't have to get all serious this early in the match. Oh, I forgot to recharge my ring. Full of a took. Throw yourself in next time and darn it. So if we do need to go back, I still can't do this despite having, you know, the best possible odds in terms of experience for me. I'm not really sure what else to do. Like I said, we could get our ring recharged, but at a certain point, there's not going to be much else. Now I know when you drop down here, there's going to be a dude right there. I don't want to get clipped by that. Very easy to get clipped on this game because these enemies are. No, that's the one. That's the one. You can definitely take damage from that. We're definitely taking less damage from these plants. They did a fairly sizable amount of damage before, and a bit shocking, I'll say. These guys, I forget, they can hit you while you're squatting, while you're snake crawling. This is Snake. While you're doing your best solid Snake impression. I think it's down here. It's almost down here. It's coming up. Almost got away from that dude scot-free, almost. But then I didn't. It's right, I want to say it's down here. Okay, so this boss, curiously, no, still more to go? Okay. Come on now. It's actually, there's a ways yet, isn't there? Phooey. Gotta get up here. Make that big long jump. Yeah. Okay, then there's gonna be a stair going down at some point. Whoops. Did not mean to get clipped by that plant. But I did. This is the boss room. Okay, so still not really sure how to beat this boss though. That's the thing. I think what we'll do is we'll rely on the gold ring. We also have the amulet that'll shave off some life, so we could do that as well. I might do that. We're gonna have to get into assume the position here. Right down here. You can't. It seems like you can't get hit. So let's go ahead and do the Mirror of Illusion. I still don't know what that does. I mean the amulet. Brosia's Secret Medicine. This is as good a time as any to check these items out and see what they are before we get too ahead of ourselves. Brosia's Secret Medicine. Item restores your ring power energy, but you first need to find the shining crystal ball. Okay, so we've got a free ring recharge. I don't know if you get that item back after you use it or not. So we'll be careful with that. I don't know if I want to use that. And then the mirror can freeze the actions of monsters. If you overuse it, it will shatter into many pieces. Oh, okay. So could be useful as well because there's a lot going on. I gotta agree, Wobbly. The soundtrack is great. Koshiro knocked it out of the park. Okay, some flashing lights. Be forewarned. Quite bright here in this room, which I do not have many lights on. Okay, that's 3 uses. What is that? Like a third of the health right there. So let's try the Mirror of Illusion now, because we've got so much money. Not doing nothing. It's equipped. Okay, we'll just go ahead and equip the shield ring. Let's see, time ring slows everything down. Shield ring, power ring, shield ring. Because getting hit here is kind of... There we go. So we just had to stack it in our favor. Like Cinco Play had said several days ago. War of attrition here with the boss fights. Yeah, no problem. for the flash warning. It's quite bright. I had to look away. Mr. Temper Test, how are you? Hopefully the test went okay. I was testing earlier and I forgot to restart the stream, so you got to see where it said test. Uh-oh. Take the ring off here. And there we go. And it healed our health. And we got a statue. Right? Let me see. Yep. Yep. We got a statue. So now we can get the heck out of Dodge. Wherever that is. Let's vamos. Still satisfying to slay enemies, even if there's not a huge reason to do it. Okay, and I'm also willing to take guesses on how far into the game, estimates, how far into the game you think I am. I would guess there's what, maybe half the game, a third of the game left, something like that. That's what it feels like, at least. But that might be symptomatic of, you're right, Temper, being at max health here. So I actually left this running yesterday. I want to say for around 4 or 5 hours, something like that. And that was max level. So it wasn't really that long in the grand scheme of things. You know, and it was autoing, so I didn't have to sit here and hold the button down myself. And it was quite comical to me to look over into the next room and see Adol just pleasantly swinging away at an infinite respawn of those blue monsters, whatever they are. Only 10 XP a pop, but 4 hours did it, looks like. And now that we're at this point, I believe we've bought everything of use at the shop. Adol, you're safe. I was worried. Let us leave the quarry. Oh, we get warped out. Nice. Halfway? Oh, 68.7%. Very specific. Hurry and go see Edgar. Okay, we will. Second half will go faster because you're leveled. That makes sense. That does make sense. So, maybe finish this Monday. I don't know. It might be doable today. What are we looking at? Like 2-3 more hours? If it's like 4 hours, it's gonna have to be next week. But I like finishing a game on a Friday. It feels right. And let me say to all of you, happy AAPI month and Aloha Friday to you. That means that every Friday in the month of May is an Aloha Friday. It defaults that way. I didn't know if you knew that, but now you do. Okay, let's get their amulet back. And what is the fairy necklace? 50,000 gold. Let me look this up. Let's see. Says right, depending on how you do against late game bosses. Okay. Well, I've not had, I don't know. I've not been great at bosses in this game, and I fully admit that. You know, no shame or anything. I've never pretended to be the best boss fighter in the world. Supposed to revive Adol with full health when HP is defeated or depleted. Really? Okay. Now, apparently, in this version, it doubles the amount of experience points enemies give you. So, there's kind of... The Super Nintendo version had a bug where the outrageously expensive fairy necklace did nothing. Really? Okay. I'm glad we looked that up. I don't know if money's going to be worth anything in this game, but did anybody know that in chat? That there's a bug preventing this? I would be furious. That this version of the fairy necklace does nothing. But it's supposed to be an auto revive. That would be pretty handy, I would say. Oh, old lady with an entire. That's wild. Good old SNES of A. I mean, just SNES. Edgar, let us join forces. Who's this? If we bring him back, the world will be ours. If you give us the statue, I promise you that half of the world will be yours. Half? What's this guy gonna do with half the world? Are you mad? Do you know what you're saying? I thought we could rule together. I was mistaken. I shall get the statue anyway. If you do not change your mind, just think what will happen to the townspeople. What is it? There's like no, what is that called? Conjunctions in this game? Like they never say, you know, what'll or don't or anything. It's very, very stiff. What are you doing here? Get out of my way. Peon. That was Lord Magaya of Balacetine Castle. That is a hard word to say. He has come to threaten me himself. I will tell you everything. Listen carefully to my story. Long time ago, this area was ruled by a monster called Galbalan. They say he was captured by a brave man. Lord Magaya is trying to bring Galbalan back to life. He is also planning to use the monster's powers to enslave the world. I'm convinced the soldiers of Balacetine Castle were obsessed with the statue. They say it was used to seal up Galbalan. There is a hermit in the Eldam Mountains. Some time ago, he spoke of the statue. I want you to take this letter to him. Edgar's letter. Isn't there supposed to be an item in this game that's supposed to raise your attack power, but it lowers it instead because of a bug? Is that what the power ring does? The days before online patches. Yeah. And two, I mean, translating and making the game jump over to all these things. There's like new bugs. It was truly a Wild West. The one that hurt my heart was Lufia 2. There are some really significant glitches in that game that hold it back from just being, you know, greater than it is, essentially. It's already a fantastic game. FF1, yeah, NES, FF1 is unplayable to me. I've tried so many times to beat that version of FF1. Can't do it. There's people who are well aware of all the bugs. For somebody who did not grow up with it, that's a rough Final Fantasy. I'm sorry to have involved you in this situation. I really should go myself, but my legs are in poor condition. Please forgive me. I refuse. And just, so Adol hacked him to pieces and was carried away to the local sanitarium, where they disposed of his remains. The end. Is anybody home? Dogi. He went off to go do dog things. Let's check the black... I like jumping over people. Let's check the blacksmith and see if there's anything else that he could offer us. Now that we're at the next stage in the game. I'm doubtful of that. Yeah, I don't think... I think everything else is going to be just pickups at this point. I don't know. Maybe they'll add something later. That's just a hazarding a guess. FF1 NES is an amazing mess. Played a bug fix version of Lufia 2 with increased difficulty. I mean, I felt like the difficulty was pretty balanced for a first-time playthrough with no guide. It was a really smooth game. Loved it. I would just fix some of those glitched out rooms. There was a Famicom RPG called Zombie Hunter, which zeroed out your armor bonus every time you leveled up unless you equipped new armor. Whew! That's significant. That is significant. Okay, where are we going? Where are we going? Eldam Mountains. Hey, new dungeon. So let's save here. Oh, what a beautiful area. Take in the wild air. Okay, new music. Coding is hard. Coding is hard. And I feel like it had to be harder back then, where they're basically coding off like a pocket calculator. You ever see, I mean, I'm sure you have, like those like pictures of developers back then, just the things that they were using, the drawings and stuff like that. It was awesome in its own pioneering way. But wow, low-tech stuff. One of my favorite pictures is, why am I blanking out on her name? The woman who designed King's Quest. Darn, she's a legend. Can't remember her name in this second, but she's got the spread of the grid paper. I'm just flat out blanking out. Period. Graph paper. Roberta Williams, thank you very much. Oh, the Wonder Twins to the rescue. How's it going, Baron? Roberta Williams. I was like, Roberta, and I couldn't remember last name. Black belts and FF1S are out of control buggy. That you can kill chaos in one attack. And it's nuts. It's nuts. What was it in Mystic Quest where you could kill the final boss really stupidly? You would, like, you healed him and then attacked or something like that, and it's like his life went all the way around. It's just silliness. Silliness, man. Alright, I really don't need to worry about these things. Because we're not getting any more experience points. You're doing great? Well, that's good. People who have red in their names should be great. I programmed an NES game in 6502 assembly. It's not easy, I imagine. Do we get to play the game that you programmed single play? Because that could be cool. You gotta give us details. I'm sorry if we've talked about this before too. I don't have a tremendously good memory. Okay, we're just gonna get past all this. Oh no, bugs! Ooh, there's a ton of those guys. To that psychedelic background. Person, Adol, what are you doing here? Oh, it's Dogi. Dogi, what happened? So, you are Adol. Please, the two of you come inside. And so they went inside. I see. The Balacitine Castle's soldiers are searching for the statues. Actually, there is one statue located in the mountains. However, that place is protected by an ominous force. The creature living at the peak of the mountain has the key that allows you access. You are not properly equipped for this quest. Take this sword with you. Banded sword! This is such a stock standard RPG story where you have to like race against an empire or a king or something like that to get these artifacts that unlock some kind of monster or goddess. They do the same thing in Breath of Fire 1. I feel like, what is it? I mean, this got to be like a D&D trope or something like that. Like going way back. I mean, it's what they did in The Hobbit, right? They had to get, you know, these oh, I don't know, these statues that unlocked Smaug the Destroyer, something like that. It's been a long time since I read it. Okay, I was gonna ask, send you a ROM. It's mostly an unfinished tech demo. I mean, that'd still be cool to check it out, you know. We should stream it. Maybe we'll charity stream it one of these days. One of these days. Let me bump this real quick. It's slightly skewed. It's so hard to get the camera directly centered. James, how's it going? We are max health. Yep, left the game running for about 5 hours yesterday. Remember the Hobbit game? So there's a bunch of Hobbit games. They go back as far as what, like ZX Spectrum, sorry. There was that one on GameCube. I didn't play that one. You must be tired. Take your time and rest. That's okay. You took the trouble to visit me. Take your time and rest. Yeah. Adol, are you really going? Dogi, do not worry. Everything will be fine. Adol, one day, overconfidence may take your life. Be very careful. There's a thought I wanted to introduce to the chat. It's something we were chatting about the other day. Cinco Play actually brought it up, that stories are much slower today in modern RPGs. More space, certainly more padding. This game moves at a lightning pace, as fast as its gameplay. I think in modern games' favor, the complexity of characterization, hopefully character development, has gone up. A lot of RPGs from this era and previous, you've really got, you know, stock avatars and things like that. Sure, they still do that today. The dialogue in this game, very stilted, very basic, a very basic story as well. Now, I don't think that that's a negative thing either. This isn't just an observation about comparable complexities. I love the notion of these RPGs from this era really being something like analogous to the fairy tale, right? So like you've got Tangled to take an example. A modern film, you know, it's got modern characters, modern character development, a lot more space, surely, than the original fairy tale, which is very short, very archetypal. A lot like these games. And I think that there's room for both types of storytelling. But certainly there's a lot that the technological restraints of this period of time did to, boss music, to constrain games to be this way. Not that they couldn't be otherwise. I think there are some great RPGs on the Super Nintendo in which there's decent character development. There's great character development. There's you know, great storytelling. There's certainly degrees of different complexity. What was the word that I was trying to think of? We'll have to stick with complexity. Let me catch up here on chat. So much filler. Filler is brittle. Can watch hours of Metal Gear cutscenes without getting bored. Go figure. Metal Gear is a series that seems like generally there's a lot of story in which stuff is actually happening. Like Metal Gear Solid 1, there's some filler in that, but there's some pretty great story there. FF6 begs to differ. Unfortunately, I was talking so fast I can't recall what it begged to differ to. But FF6 would be a great example of better character development, storytelling, and complexity in this era, for sure. You know, obviously, the ones that everybody knows on the Super Nintendo, they're famous for good reason, generally speaking. Earthbound has an excellent localization. Not great character development, I'd say, but the actual writing is fantastic. So, and then you compare it to something like this, or a lot of the earlier ones, Lagoon, Draken, that sort of thing. Brandish was another one that had a really, really basic story. Breath of Fire 2. I feel like Breath of Fire 2 has a really good story, but there is a lot of padding in that game, and then infamously, of course, the localization. If you want filler, play MGS4. I think it had a... Yeah! Well... MGS4, I want to say I finished that game at like 11:30 at night and didn't turn it off until 2, because the ending cutscenes are just, it's like starting a movie when the game ends. A good story. I think a few modern games would benefit from going back to the succinct storytelling. Absolutely. Absolutely. Gaming today seems more obsessed with you know, more being better when better is better. And sometimes that can mean shorter, sometimes that can be longer. If you're gonna have something as long as War and Peace, then have the story to back it up. But imagine being War and Peace and every chapter was like, okay, so you're gonna go round up these cats, and then after you do that, I want you to come back and you gotta go get 10 mushrooms from the forest. After you do that, then come back, we're gonna grind for a few chapters. Okay, there's a boss here. Looks like a harpy. Hands crossed conveniently. We could probably... Did I save? I was talking a lot. We'll just go back. We'll go back. I don't know if I saved or not. And we could just waltz out. So, looks like I did save. Okay, here we go. Take that off right away. Okay. That would be a harpy, alright. Alright, that seems easy enough to dodge. Unfortunately, the hitboxes are extreme. I'm clearly not touching the bottom of this boss. But you get too close and wow. My kingdom for a bow and arrow. That's all I would want out of life right here. Let's pop a ring on here. We could do this one for a skosh. I don't want to die. Ooh. Yeah, that's wild, isn't it? That hitbox was... The hitbox was clearly beyond the thing. Oh, pass you the controller now that I defeated the boss? Okay, here you go. Oh, we gotta take this ring off. It's getting crazy. Alright, that's one's done. Let's see, Metal Gear. Yeah, Metal Gear, I think, is a great example of modern storytelling. It certainly uses things like voice acting, cutscenes, generally speaking, to good effect. I tend to think everybody loves MGS3, but I tend to think Metal Gear Solid 3 has some of like the cringier moments. I think I laughed aloud at many points during some serious cutscenes. It's because there's some goofy stuff going on. It's hard to take... The thing with Metal Gear is it's hard to take seriously. You know, it's more lecturing sequences about nuclear waste and the horrors of war and violence when you've got, you know, somebody called The Pain doing kung fu moves with bees coming out of his face. But I feel like that's part of the MGS charm, to be fair. It's got that goodness. The stone statue's seal is released. Well, all right. Oh, we get to have a second dungeon. Yeah, and degrees of goofiness too. I feel like MGS1 is fairly straight-faced compared to MGS3. But the humor is definitely part of the whole atmosphere of those. All right. Okay. James Bond is a great comparison. I feel like in general James Bond never gets as serious. I mean, I haven't seen every James Bond film, but like generally they don't get as serious as Metal Gear does. Sometimes it'll be fairly bleak stuff. But I don't know. That's neither here nor there. You know what would have been smart is equipping that sword. Well, you live and learn. And nobody reminded me. Nobody. That's on you guys. That's not me. Mm-mm. No. Okay, it was a little on me. But only a little bit. Not a whole lot. Classic. Don't forget to equip the new sword. Hey, thanks. Thank you. Okay, let's save this thing in Evil Mind 2. Okay, Evil Mind 2. Let's see what you got in terms of bosses with unfair hitboxes. Dude, if he just had a bow and arrow, this game's over. Seriously, carry something freaking stronger. Oh, then... What was that? 2 hits? Stronger than the freaking sword. Okay. We'll put on the shield thing again. There's another one that's like, you're not gonna dodge this. You're just gonna stand there and take it. Oh, he's further back than I recall. Eh. Yay, attrition. Dagron done. Such tactical combat. Much strategy has been had. The strategy is put your dang ring on and call it a day. It's a day. Hold it right there. It is you again. Hand over the statue. Oh no. An earthquake. Let's go. Oh no, you're stuck in here with this guy? We've been struck by Gabelan's curse. Of all the luck, I had to be trapped in here with you. Now would be a good time for you to explain why you're working for Lord Magaya. Alright, I'll tell you everything. A year ago, my village was ruined, and Lord Magaya was to blame. The friends I lived with, my parents who brought me up, one after another, we were slain right before my very eyes. Oh, were slain. The only ones to survive were my sister Elena and I. After that, To get my revenge on Lord Magaya, I became one of his confidants. That is when I found out about the plan for Galbalan's revival. Lord Magaya thinks he can control Galbalan. Once he's been revived, he will probably destroy the Balasitine castle. That exactly, karma, is my revenge. He will be a victim of his own designs. That may serve your purposes, but do you realize how many lives will be lost by helping with Galbalan's revival? Like your friends and your parents, innocent people will perish one after another. Guilt trip that fool. Shh, do you hear noises? It's Elena, single-handedly digging everybody out. Oh, Dogi. Adol, I've come to rescue you. Chester? It is you, Chester. It is I, Dogi. Dogi. Chester, what has happened? 10 years ago, you would not be involved in such nonsense. You always told me you wanted to make Felghana province one of the world's largest trading centers. And compared to the way you are now, Chester, forget about your revenge. Let us be as we were in the old days. Dogi, sorry. Alright, we convinced a bad guy to not be so bad. That's not so bad. Thank you, Master. I'm glad that I could be of assistance. Adol, if you should ever visit here again, stop by my cabin. Adol, shall we leave the mountain? Capital S. Alright. East. Oh, Leviathan Mist. From the sands of time, Leviathan Mist has arrived. How's it going, Levy? Been a long time. Good to see you. How have you been? It's been like what? I think the last time I'd streamed before this week was like back in 2023, December. Something like that. I don't know. Welcome back to you, Adol. Do you think the town seems different? I wonder if something happened while we were gone. Uh-oh. Bad guy stuff. Mr. Gardner, what is wrong? Did something happen? Dogi, a terrible thing has happened. The people of the Balasitine castle have captured the townspeople and are holding them hostage. What? Adol, you can do it. Go to the Balasitine castle and rescue them. Take this ring with you. The master told me to give it to you. Oh, we got the healing. Cool. So now we have a ring that can do healing stuff. And let's just vamoose. Let me see if I need to buy another amulet. I do need to buy another amulet, so we'll do that while we're here. Pretty sure it's the second one. Yep. Oh yeah, and let's recharge the ring. Get that all the way up to that magic 255. Buy items, amulet. Amulet, jonting amulet. Amulet, jonte turai. That reminds me, I saw President Macron of France. France was congratulating Claire Obscure on its success. Thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen the president of a country congratulating a video game. Missing an armor and a shield, the completionist in me is dissatisfied. I think we're not done with the game yet. We might have a dungeon or two yet to go. So we've got some time here. Now, where did they want me to go? Because I'm not seeing another option of movement here, unless like I'm just missing it. All right, let me go back here and see what they want me to do. Yo, what's up, Mappy Man? Ease 3, it's not bad. I like it. This is what got you into the series. It's decent. It's not too shabby. I mean, I'm having a good time. You're having a good time. Everybody's having a good time. We're just hanging out. Everyone's taking about Satine Castle. Yeah, but how do one get there? Adol, you can do it. Go to the Balasitine Castle and rescue them. Oh, you've been following progress. Oh, good. Well, I appreciate that. Thanks for being here live today. Live from New York. Nah, I'm not in New York. They don't get a lot of celebrate over there. Ported on MSX, NES, Genesis, even an untranslated PS2 remaster. This game, right? TGCD, right? As well? TurboGrafx, Turbo, I don't know. It's too confusing, the names. Turbo 16, 15, 22, Graphics CD, Ultra Super Duper Mega Rare Superstar. That was how they named like consoles back then. They were like, it'd be a great idea for a console to call it FM Towns because people will remember that, right? Turns out, no. Holy Rusted Metal, how are you? Hey, no, seriously though, how are you? Good to see you. Welcome back. Let's see. So, oh, you know what? I gotta set up that whole thing. That whole thing where you can see emotes on the screen again. I like that. TurboGrafx 16 PC Engine CD. Yesterday I set up alerts on stream again. I have to do it a little bit at a time. Otherwise, it can't be done at all. Okay, how does one get to the castle? I think I see it back there, but I don't know how to get over there. Got your scale sound thing set up. I can't keep my feet on the ground. Oh, hello. Is that was a thing? How did you do that? I don't even know how some of this works. Oh, there it goes. It's way too small for me to read, unfortunately. So I'm gonna make that a little bigger. Sound alerts, cool. I don't even remember what that was. Did it work? No, it didn't work. It didn't work for me. I don't know. Heading off to work. Hey, enjoy your weekend. Have a good one. Thanks for popping in. Holy Rusted Metal Batman. Well, it didn't work for me. You know what else is not working for me? I don't know how to get to the dang castle. Don't enable Tangy alerts. I don't know what that is, so that'll be easy to not enable them. Alright. Might have to look it up here. I don't know how to get to Ballasantine Castle. How do you get to Ballasantine Castle? Can you tell me how to get? Valestine Castle is how it's translated in other ones. Much easier to read and pronounce. Alright, let's see. Okay. You know what's weird? This game facts guide is like written in like third person prose. I didn't know that people did that. Okay, I'm not sure how to get to Ballasantine Castle. If anybody has anything to say, speak now or forever hold your peace. No idea where to go. No idea. I don't recall that there was a path down here that I hadn't taken. Go through the Tigray Quarry? Where in the Tigray Quarry? There was a pathway through here that I hadn't been through yet. I don't recall. Somebody might have mentioned that, but I don't recall somebody mentioning that. He laughs. You know what? I don't remember. Was there? Now would be a great time to hand you the controller. So there's some dude in here, right? I don't remember. I don't. Was it right or left? What do we do? Okay. Alright, we're gonna go right. Quarry to ancient cave to balance. I don't remember. Ancient cave? Was it this way or the other way? The other way was cursed cave, right? There's so many caves. How am I supposed to remember the name? And was there somebody who told you to come through the quarry? I don't recall that there was. I think this was a dead end over there. We'll go this way. The other way? Oh, we gotta go left? Is to Alefgard. Don't remember that. Okay. We're gonna go this way. I'm not trusting you on this. Trusting you. I could beat this game today if we figure out the right direction to go in. Easier said than done. Easier done than said. I wish. Bum, 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 ba-da, ba, ba-da, ba. Okay, this is the cursed mine. So did you mean cursed mine or did you mean ancient cave? I don't recall there being an exit through here. Like, I think there's like a boss fight. And then that's it, right? Oh, you meant cursed mine. See, keeping track of these generic names is not easy, I'm telling you. Alright, so... yeah, there's nothing over here, so we gotta go down then, I guess. Going down. Oh! Watch out for these mooks. Down through Corneria? Are we talking about the same game? Oh man, you might be messing with me. Now I'm scared. Now I'm scared. And if somebody hadn't written a guide to this game in stinking J.R.R. Tolkien, then I could actually figure out where it was we're trying to go here. Nothing. That's it. And then there's nothing down here, right? This is just, yep, nothing. Nothing much ado about. Wait, does this take me back through Hyrule, though? It might lead to the Mushroom Kingdom. Yeah, there's gonna be a boss down here. There's nothing down here, right? I owe you an apology if you're correct, but I don't know if there's anything down here. There's nothing down here. Ah, you got me. You swine. You thief. You mook. How could you? You know what? It's gonna be your fault if we don't beat this game today. Okay. No one's ever owed me an apology, so don't sweat it. Turns out I don't owe you an apology, so there's that. There's that. Okay, so we need to get to Valacitine Castle. Let us see about where that is going to take us. Yo, I found this cool site that shows 4 versions of the game side by side in screenshots through a walkthrough. Look at this right here. That is pretty cool. But now, contrary to what again Mr. Temper told us, we gotta waltz out of here again. Let's see. It just says go to Valacitine Castle. That's it. It just says go there. But how does one go there? It wasn't letting me get there from the menu. Oh, talk to the mayor. This unlocks the ability to travel to Valacitine Castle. You know what? And that's because I'm a very trusting person, despite the fact that I've been lied to many times in my long years. Such as now. I know you felt a little guilty when you did the Corneria bit, but that was a little dirty, making me come all the way down here. So it's all right. It's all right. It gives us a pariah to hate for all this time wasted. I gotta go back out of here. I guess we could reset it because there's nothing really to gain or to lose. That's all right. I don't remember where I saved last, so we're not gonna risk that. I'll be out of here in a jiffy. Oh man, you're so close to getting banned. This is bannable material right here. Bannable behavior. It's stop trusting ninja behavior is what it is. Who hurt you, ninja? Who? And why would you play this prank on an old man? I'm just gonna whine and complain the whole time out here. Nah, I got it out of my system. Got it out of my system. We're good. We're good. This is me self-censoring. Oh, nope. Okay, let's get out of here just because Mr. Temper had to go and be Mr. Liar. But people called me a troll. My goodness gracious. Let's go. Almost there. Alright, outside. Younger brother lies have tainted his stoicism? I've never knew him to be stoic, but maybe that was years and years ago. Certainly tainted his character. Questionable. It does. Let's not talk about that. It is a website with a thing. Band is your middle name? Can confirm. Okay. Now we need to talk to the mayor. No, old lady. Mayor? There he is. At last, Lord Magaia's threat is upon us. He will kill the townspeople if he does not get the statue. Adol, you have done your best so far, but I cannot risk any more lives, for I am responsible for the welfare of this town. I shall hand over the statue without any resistance. Then, I shall wait for the chance to kill Galbalan. I will take the statue to the Ballasitine Castle. I may have a chance to rescue the hostages. No, even for you, Adol, it's too risky. You and your pauldrons. But with your injury, leave it to me. I will rescue the prisoners. Alright, I understand. I will leave it all up to you. Thank you very much, Adol. As a representative of the town, you have our gratitude. Sweet. Nothing like good old gratitude to fuel the engines of heroism. And now we should be able to get to Valestein Castle. Oh my gosh. Cool background. Okay, now that we're here. Oh boy. That was a colossal waste of time. You should be ashamed of yourself. Elena, why are you here? Oh, we're not going to do that first. The soldiers of the castle have attacked the city of Redmond. If I came here, I thought I might be able to find my brother. These people are ruthless. It's too dangerous for you. Wait here until I return. Coffee break. Let's have a sip of coffee. Your respect level has gone down. You're gonna need to grind again to get it back up. Oh, here we go. Oh, this looks super Castlevania-ish. Okay, I'm just gonna jump over these guys as soon as I can see them. Whoa. That was like one of the biggest sprites seen in this game, certainly for regular enemies. Hey! Okay, now. Oh, it is Castlevania. Come on. That's a little lazy. Oh, okay. Okay, that was not a small amount of damage. Alright. Rule number 1, observe. Observe traps. No, you weren't at 0, Ninja. I feel like everybody I meet starts at a number and then it either goes up or down. I bet you there's gonna be a wall chicken. There's gotta be a wall chicken. Alright, okay. Save the game. Entrance to Velocity. Here we go. Bring it. What do you guys got? Got nothing. I'm Adol, master of time. Oh, almost had me with a lack of pattern there. I wasn't born yesterday. Says the guy who listened to Ninja. I wasn't born yesterday. Alright, final dungeon in the game? Question mark? I don't know. Find out. I so want to break that. Just to get a heart. Even if it does nothing. Are you kidding me? So you gotta crawl under that crap? You can't jump through it. Yo. Ha! Certainly does, yeah. I think you hit 0. You were left at... You might be at a negative now. You might be at a negative. Let's see if we just run through this, like... Oh no, you still take a significant amount of damage. Oh my gosh, he moves so fast. He's too fantastic. Wow. Okay. 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 So let's do some healing ring here for a second. Get that back up. That is insane damage. Very final dungeon-y. Well, for a second I was like, why is he purple? You know why he's purple. Yeah, that's I mean, at max health, max life, that is significantly significant. It's absolutely absolute. All right, we blew through all of that. We could be purple for a while. That'd be cool. Now we'll switch back. We'll switch back to our cool blue. And then if I need to, is there more of this? Oh my gosh. Okay, if I keep them behind me, they won't spawn in front, right? Oh my goodness. Definitely uncool. I wonder if that was something like the damage was scaled up during localization, because that seems like one of those things that they just did back then. Let me through. Okay. The music, though, just now noticing how good that is. Woo! Oh, yo! Okay. We need to avoid traps. That's the number one thing. Here. I don't mind getting hit by enemies. That's not that bad. But traps? I can't believe you can't just jump over that statue. Okay. There we go. We might need to do a bit of save scumming, since we can save in each room. Because like one hit from a trap is stupid amounts of damage. But at least the music is great. At least the music is great. We'll make it a couple rooms and then we'll do the thing. Yeah, we're playing a turn-based RPG after this. What do you guys want to see next? Not a Nindo. Anything but. We'll play a turn-based after this. You know, like, Ogre Battle doesn't sound bad to me. Light it up, come on! Oh, I thought this was going to be a boss round. Well, let's see what's over here. Okay, we'll go this way. A little branching path. What's left? That's a good question. Secret of the Stars nomination? Rise of the Phoenix. I don't know what that one is. What is the quote? Patience, young Anakin, patience. Use the Force, person I've never met yet. Let's see. Oath in Felghana is definitely a better version of this. I'd love to play it. Love to play it. Why is that hard to read for me right here? Trapski. How's it going, Trapski? Thanks for being here today. I've not played Oath in Felghana yet. Would love to go after this. I am enjoying this. I'll gripe about things like the traps and stuff like that. What was wrong with Uncharted Waters you mentioned the other day? We could do Uncharted Waters, yeah. I'm glad you know it well, Mr. Temper, but now we can't use any of your knowledge at all. You can't contribute anything to the stream because you clearly can't be trusted. So yeah, what do we got? We got, let's take a quick break and look at... We'll look at the list here. So there's several I've not played on stream, but we're going to try to prioritize ones that I've never beaten before first. So, of those, we've got Ultima Blackgate and Ultima Blackgate, Ultima False Prophet. I did take Ultima Runes of Virtue 2 off of the list. I play tested that. It's absolutely an action adventure. there's no intrinsic stats development or character development, anything statistically systematic like that, nothing. Uncharted Waters, New Horizons, Wizardry 5, which totally looks like Wizardry 6 because they put a sword through the background. Super Ninja Boy, which was just included on the Nintendo Switch Online. Terranigma, Tecmo Secret of the Stars. Ooh, Twisted Tales of Spike McFang. I'll have to save that one because that one feels like it needs to come a little bit later. Shadowrun is one that still needs to be beaten. Paladin's Quest, Might and Magic 2, Might and Magic 3. I think that's it. Yeah, I believe that's it. Yeah, we just lie anyways. Exactly. So shut up. You down for Ultima? Shadowrun. Vote would be for Terranigma. I would love to play Terranigma next. I feel like it'd be special to save Terranigma for last because that was the last RPG released in the West for the Super Nintendo. But I would love to play Terranigma. I think high on my list next are Shadowrun, Uncharted Waters, maybe Tecmo Secret of the Stars is like a 3. It'd be cool to play something really quality after this game and Zardion. We're also kind of running out of the goats on the system. So I know Terranigma is going to be good. Uncharted Waters might be good to do. Shadowrun feels like it could work as well. I might need a buffer between this game and Secret of the Stars. I just might. So maybe we'll do Shadowrun next. I don't know. It sounds like I remember when I was talking about coming back that folk had mentioned they'd like to see Shadowrun, and I've not played that at all. So that would be interesting. That's not a conventional RPG, right? It's not turn-based or anything. What do we have here? Oh, it's just background stuff. Well, okay. This seems like an important room, so maybe not. There's big empty rooms. Maybe we should go back down. We'll see. We'll find out. Just see what's up here first. More empty rooms. The stars and mess are a few moments to have you laughing, whether you're laughing with it or at it, as you're seen. Yeah, it's got. I can get that party vibe from chat. That's fun, of course. Bad games create their own joy in that sense. Emergent gameplay. Really struggle with SNES Shadowrun. Love the original Genesis. One of the things I like better on Genesis. Yeah, and widely different versions, right? I know them's fighting words. When I asked this question a while ago, I want to say like 2 years ago. Surprisingly split. I did not realize that there would be a consensus, or that there wouldn't be a consensus on it. But I mean, I won't be able to chime in on that. I've got no idea. Whoops. No idea which one's gonna wind up being the better one. Sorry, fussing with my mic right here. Okay, let's go. I know I'm probably going to wish that the OG had a mouse capability. Don't believe it does. Cool, Battle Shield. Let's stick that bad boy on here. Yo, that was hitting me the whole time, wasn't it? Okay, you know what? We're gonna see what was down at the bottom. Let me reset this. I got too curious. I think I'd mentioned this previously on another stream this week. It was pretty exciting back then how you could have the same game but vastly different versions depending on the system. I think that's pretty cool. Like Aladdin comes to mind. That's a huge example. Let's see. So we need to go here. It's not like that anymore. Could you imagine if a game came out today? Oh, this is wrong. That's okay. We'll go back down. Could you imagine if a game came out today for PlayStation and then the Xbox version winds up being, like a different genre? That would be insane. A different genre? Genre. Something like that. Pretty sure that's English. Well, that's not what I was expecting to see here. Often Genesis versions were much worse. I could definitely see that. But yeah, my distaste for Genesis is pretty extreme. Fully recognize the bias there. But I think that's also a fair consensus. There are a few that are pretty widely contested. You know what has solved everything is if they'd put that put a 6-button controller on the Super Nintendo. Officially, it might have been like a third-party one or something back then. I don't know. We didn't own a ton of stuff back then. Okay, back up we go. There's gonna be some bozo over here that hits me when I'm coming down. Yo! Bum. Okay, let's go ahead and get this. I'm not super familiar with those two Contras. I have played Alien Wars, which I like. It's not like a... Whoops. It's not like a game that I'm like mad about or anything. Simply mad about it. Okay, we gotta watch this health, because one more trap hit and... Oh, they really were fond of this. They were fond of these traps. Somebody was real proud of those sprites. Oh. Oh boy. Okay. Boss time. Let's see what we're looking at first. Oh, hello. Okay, we got a bright light flashing warning. So watch yourself. One more. And then we'll go ahead and equip our shield ring. And then we'll go ahead and use our medicinal herb. There we go. Whap, whap, whap. That was bizarre. Bosses on this game. Woof. Okay, we got a garnet bracelet. And it kindly recharged everything for us. That's nice. Now, we do not have a medicinal herb anymore, but we still have the healing ring. Garnet bracelet. Why don't we equip it just to have it? That's probably going to deactivate that force field down at the bottom. Ah, man, and they make you go back down there. Diabolical. That's what that is. I gotta go backwards to these things now. I know the sword swinging doesn't do anything, but I'm so used to the knuckle jump on Super Nintendo. It just feels right. The Mario Kart knuckle jump. Oh, almost. Only once. Alright, it's gonna be right below this room. As I recall... There we go. Alright. Let's see what this is. Maybe a new sword of some kind? Looks like a shield. Adol turned the garnet bracelet toward the armor of the Blue Knight.